Summer and the remnants of the pandemic have left the U.S. facing a national blood supply shortage. The campaign to get the community to roll up their sleeves to save lives. One Albany resident says the city's current ordinance clouds her plan. I'm so sorry, you guys. Could we start over? I apologize. I know you probably want to kill me. Summer and the remnants of the pandemic have left the U.S. facing a national blood supply shortage. The campaign to get the community to roll up their sleeves to save lives. One Albany resident says the county's current ordinance clouds her plans to use solar energy, why she's asking the commission for a change. But first, after contentious debate over the budget, the Dougherty County coroner now knows if leaders will expand his department's budget. Good Monday evening, and thank you for watching Fox 31 News at 10. I'm Greg Loyd. Victoria DeCardenas has the night off. After several days of debating and disagreements, the Dougherty County's coroner's request to increase his budget for next year was denied. Ariel Mallory spoke with the coroner on how he feels about that denial and how he'll make do with the money he's given.
What was initially a request for more than $200,000 for the coroner's fiscal year budget was bumped down to $185,000 after they denied that increase. The coroner says the reason he asked for more was to keep from having to come back.
I always worked upon $185,000, but to keep me from ever coming back, like I told him, I don't know if we're gonna have a disaster, a tornado, a hurricane. If the money's just in account, then I can always just leave it there.
But the commissioners weren't open to offering more money after they say the coroner continued to go over budget each year.
$185,000, which is higher than what your actual expenses have been the past 2 fiscal years. Mm-hmm. So why do you need $235,000?
Something that the coroner says isn't true.
I don't know where to get the information from that I was over budget, and I wanted to show them that I wasn't over budget. I always came up under the budget. So I just didn't want them putting that out there that was not true.
According to the budget report for the last 2 years, the coroner has been under budget, but that was only after he requested additional money he didn't use. And because of that disagreement, the coroner felt he deserved a public apology.
On behalf of the Finance Committee, I apologize. We apologize to you for any problem we caused you trying to get to the bottom of this. So my apologies.
While the coroner may not have received the amount of money he requested, he says it's not for him, but for the citizens of Dougherty County.
We're supposed to work together as a unified group, and the citizens of Dougherty County want us to work together. And that's what I'm here to work together. I have no hidden agenda. Only thing I want to do is do what's best for the citizens here in Dougherty County. They put me in this office, elected me as a coroner, and I'm going to try to do the best I can.
Reporting in Albany, I'm Ariel Mallory.
One Dougherty County citizen came before the commission today to request a change in the county's solar panel ordinance. According to that ordinance, no solar panels are allowed to be on a street-facing slope of a pitched roof. And the issue the homeowner is having is that all the slopes of her roof are pitched. The city adopted a new ordinance a while back changing its rule, but the county never did, which the chairman feels is too restrictive. The homeowner did receive an alternate plan for the solar panels, but says the new design is going to cost her money.
We received the alternate plan for our design. It also included, to me, any reduction in efficiency and production. Energy production is significant given the sizable investment of these systems.
The commission will have to go before the planning committee to pass a resolution that could take up until August to be approved. Well, turning to weather now, a hot, steamy June day in southwest Georgia. So will the sun come on as strong for the rest of your week? Here's meteorologist Joe Spear with more. Hey, Joe.
Hey there, Greg. Luckily, I have a nice answer for you. Yes, we'll see sunny skies here later into this week. It's what we're seeing right now as well across much of southwest Georgia. Taking a look at Albany State University with our Wilson Bryant Heating and Air Skycast Network, a pretty picturesque sunset happening right now. Some pinks and blues sprinkled across the skyline. Temperatures at 86 degrees, winds out of the west at 3 miles per hour. Dry in Albany, but I can't say the same for other spots of southwest Georgia. Tracking a couple of thunderstorms and lingering showers here pretty much to the west of I-75 and even the farther western tier of that region as well, over to Americus and just to the north of Bellevue, pushing down towards the south of Shorterville right now. Temperature-wise across the rest of the region, sticking to the 80s for the most part. Temperatures we're familiar with around this time. In terms of our almanac, we got up to 97 degrees today. That's a fair amount above average. Same thing with our low, just a little bit above average at 73. What are we expecting for tomorrow? Well, just as much sunshine and temperatures pretty much around the same. So pretty much a repeat of today, just not really tracking that many showers or storms for tomorrow. Coming up here in this half hour, here's what we'll be going over. The sunshine settling into the forecast, and we'll be staying hot this week. So it's a very summer-like pattern settling in here this week. We also have some updates on the tropics and what you might expect to influence your weather over the next couple of days. Greg?
Thank you, Joe. Turning to local crime now, 4 people are wanted after a home invasion in Decatur County early this morning. It happened at a home on Doran Place. Deputies say 3 of the suspects entered the home wearing masks and that all got away in a silver BMW SUV. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. An Albany man is behind bars in connection to a homicide in March where Jamal Tench died after being shot in the back. Lavelle Mango is charged with felony murder, malice murder, conspiracy, and possession of a firearm. Albany police are looking for a 17-year-old also in connection to the case. Raheem Thompson is wanted on warrants for felony murder, malice murder, conspiracy, and possession of a firearm. Police say Thompson is armed and dangerous. Anyone with information is asked to call Albany police. An Albany woman is facing charges after barricading herself inside a home with a gun on Friday. Cody Williams is being charged with aggravated assault and damage to property. That incident happened on Shamrock Drive where an argument escalated between Williams and a man. That's when police say she barricaded herself and fired the gun a couple of times before police detained her. Williams was treated for a gunshot wound to the leg. Another violent weekend across America. By one group's count, there were 9 mass shootings in 6 states. This year, they claim there have been 300 people and more than 1,100 who have been injured in mass shootings and 300 killed. As Sinclair's chief political correspondent Scott Thuman shows us, Washington is feeling more pressure now to find solutions.
Running for cover as gunshots rang out at a popular Baltimore hangout, Americans saw another violent weekend. Across the country, the mass shootings from Texas to Washington state prompting marches from those demanding action.
We have to stand up. We have to say something. See something, you should say something.
It's not as if Washington isn't aware. Earlier this year, lawmakers couldn't look out their windows without reminders of the death toll.
Still an uphill fight, but this is not 2013. We don't have just one Republican that's willing to talk on background checks. We have multiple Republicans, and we'll keep at it.
One law enforcement expert tells me it's a dangerous combination of increased tensions, sometimes reluctant police, and significantly more guns on the streets. President Biden on Saturday saying we need to do more, doubling down on previous promises.
Whether Congress acts or not, I'm going to use all the resources at my disposal as president to keep the American people safe from gun violence.
For many, though, that means more policing. Many cities that pulled funding are now putting money back into law enforcement. Media reports of police retirements nationwide are up 45%, resignations up 18%.
And that concerns us because at the very moment you're seeing an increase in violence, you're seeing police forces shrinking. And it takes anywhere from 6 months to a year to hire new people. So police forces are getting smaller, and that's a problem.
Meanwhile, some states are doing more to protect gun owners' rights, not restrict them. In Missouri, the governor just signed the Second Amendment Preservation Act, preventing local officials from enforcing federal gun laws. In Washington, I'm Scott Thuman.
The battle over critical race theory. I'm Angela Brown in Washington. Lawmakers are taking the fight to college campuses.